Hi, this is Kathy, and I'm doing an all signs reading for July 29th through August 4th. And this reading will bring forth the frequencies that are coming for next week. And so I'm going to, first thing, for people that are new, I would like to just show you what the positions are for the reading, where and how the sequence of the cards will be chosen, and you'll see this. That first position on the right hand upward symbol is the where you're at right now in this moment. It's just going to really tell you the frequency of where this collective reading is going. And then we move down to the second symbol, and it is right below the first symbol. And so that second symbol is showing us the reflection that's appearing in your life. And it's connected to the you, and the you is you. Okay, then we move down to the bottom symbol, and that is moving into what the divine wants to show you. What is hidden in your life where your bandwidth hasn't let you have inspiration with. Then we move over to the fourth symbol, and that fourth symbol is on the left, and it is about, now that you've got what you've heard what the divine wants you to see, you're going to move over to co-creation with the divine. What are you going to do with it? Are you going to follow the crumbs? Are you going to allow yourself to see the mastery? And then we move up into the fifth position, and that fifth position is particles of possibility. At this point, we've had the first three symbols really show you what you need to see. And then we have the second three symbols, which are bringing in instruction and frequency of what you need to see. And then the last position is particles of probability. It is the possible outcomes of where you're at in this reading. So that is the explanation of the symbol. And now I'm going to bring up the slide that represents the reading. Now you're seeing the layout, and we've added the cards, and all of these cards hold a sequence and a frequency for you to help you make decisions in your life. And the intention of this reading is bringing you to the highest frequency you can hold so that you can kind of navigate next week. It's actually the 29th of July to the August 4th, and there's some really intense energy now. So let's kind of just start the reading and just start with that 26. Well, one of the rules of our cards is that any of the first 9 cards, everything is going to be brought into the first. We're bringing it down. We're adding the numbers together and creating a frequency between 1 and 9, and then we move into 10 through 18, which is the second set of 9, and then we're moving into 19 through 25. And with all of this, some of these cards are holding mastery, and the 11 is holding a place of mastery as we're moving through. So it has a really specific frequency for you. Okay, let's start with that first card. And that card is a 26. I mean, we use a lot of little coding to bring you into your new space. And so that 26 is it connects to Scorpio, and it is the magician, and it is actually an 8. And so here you start off with this frequency abundance coming in and really helping code you to connect, to really connect to the flow and connect to abundance. Okay, then we go to that second card, which is the reflection of the first card, and it actually is a mastery card, and it is a 23-5, which means that the 5 is the lowest number, and it is connected to Leo, which is a shapeshifter. And so you've got, first thing, you've got magic, and then you're moving into the shapeshifter, which then moves you right down into what you need to see. And that 11 is as a master card. It's one of those single cards that hold the highest frequency. And it is the mastermind. It's Capricorn, and it's the mastermind on the astrology wheel. We are in this card with the 11. You're being asked to connect to and communicate, interact, or think as source. That means that you get your brain out of the way and you connect to the divine, because it's going to inform you, because this is the position of what you need to see. And it is actually, that 11 really connects to the living outside of programming, ability to use personalities to speak, communicate, interact, or think as source, and is the ability to master new ideas and bring them into a higher frequency. So that is the third position. Now we're moving into where more information is coming in, and we're asking you with this reading to just allow the flow, because you've got flow in the 8, you've got flow in the 5. That is actually breaking through the glass ceiling. And then the 11 was giving you a little information on what it is to move out of the matrix programming and allowing you to move up into mastery. It's out of moving into the source frequency, moving into that, just moving you into that ascended DNA. So we're going to actually bring you into that 16, which moves down to a 7. And that 7, as you've moved through the cards, it's going to bring you, that 16 is going to bring you into a 7. And this is Libra. It is actually the messenger. And this is taking that information you received through the intelligence and of source and making it personal, and seeing that transparent source of you in the clarity and seeing the truth. You're actually seeing the truth and the possible, and moving you right into the particles of possibility. And so your particles of possibility is the 7, and what you're seeing there, it's really moving into bringing all of that information in, so you can make clear, truthful choices. And then we move into the embodiment, which is number 1, which is Aries and the inventor. This is the ability to change without resistance. You are actually tuning in to what the information is on the card, is becoming very clear. And so you're moving from observed programming, slipping back into a program that you've looped in over and over again, and moving into the frequency of 963. You explore through what has been created, what is beyond, and so that you can hold the frequency of source in form. And that is actually that is the particles of possibility which is awakening. It's particles of embodiment, and it is the first code, and it's Aries, and it's the ability to move and be the inventor. And then the last card, which is the architect, and that architect is at the awakening level, and it is actually bringing in the inventor energy, where you can see particles of probability that you have the ability to move into. And at that number 3, it creates a blueprint of the information held in the intelligence of source, or what will be created within a field of frequency outside of timelines. And so this is brand new information. And so this is the reading. Now we're going to stop the share, and I'm going to bring up the codes so that we can go in and cancel, clear, and delete. I wanted you to see the 3 symbols, and because this is what's going to clear any static and create a real positive, highest frequency reading that you can attune to. So the first code, there's 3 sets of these 3 codes on the evolution symbol that we looked at. And so it's one is clearing, and one is moving into a new frequency. So I'm showing you the Lu, which is luminous, and it brings your whole life into neutrality. All of the distractions that you're in your life, this first symbol on the left is going to clear all of that, so that you can attune to the new codes that are going to be created for the reading. So that's the luminous, and that is the neutrality. And then we move to the middle symbol. That is the scalar. And a scalar wave never fluctuates. It's always moving and changing. And so that scalar brings in the new technology and creates, not only creates neutrality, but it moves and brings these symbols in and turns them on. And then you've got the third symbol. That is the 33. And the 33 brings the reading into expression. And so that's what we're going to do with the next thing. We're going to bring in the code that's going to attune you to mastery. So I'm going to stop the share. So now we're going to, I'm going to explain. We've moved from the reading. We've looked at the reading. We are being coded by the divine, but we're going to actually code you on the evolution symbol. That first code right there is the Lu, and it is the luminous. And that is going to be the first code we're going to bring in as we're turning on your positive Om code. The second is the scalar, and the scalar is turning on the technology. So with the Lu, we've brought everything into neutrality. All of those looping thoughts, we brought it into neutrality. Then we're bringing in the scalar, which is turning on the technology and further bringing everything into neutrality. It's turning on like the codes that support. Then we're going to move to that 33, which is the right code. So you've got the luminous first code on the left. You've got the second code, which is scalar. And then the last code we're going to turn on is 33, which is the key. And now that we've turned all of those on, we're going to bring the reading up so that we can code you for those. And so we're going to stop the share, and then we're going to move into the reading and allow the codes to attune you. Okay, here's the reading that we brought up for the collective for this next week, which is July 29th through August 4th. And so we're looking at this, and let's just look at the codes. And when you're watching or looking at each code, imagine the clearing happening. Imagine everything that is not in your best, in the actual programming and moving it into the positive ohm code. So we're allowing us to look at this, and we're allowing and seeing, and we're being coded with the technology. Now I'm going to stop the share, and we're going to bring up the positive codes that are supporting you. Now, as we've used the symbols to clear the slate and bring in your new perspective, here is the ohm code, which is based on your reading. And so this is to get the most out of this coded journey card reading. Allow source intelligence to lead the way. Trust and attune. So the code, you can see the code here. It is a +8, a +5, a +11, a +7, a +1, and a +3. Now, and it was going to create magic for you. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just take that little point and bring in the white blue light into the pineal gland. And we're going to bring in this new code, bringing in the magical to tune to. So we're going to take it and trace along the DNA, and we're going to bring this code 8, 5, 11, 7, 1, 3. And this is going to attune you to the what the highest level of the reading is for you. And so I wanted you to see this slide: 8, 5, 11, 7, 1, 3. And it's very interesting that 11 code, which is a master level, and it holds the highest frequency. That's what we're attuning to. We're attuning to moving out of programming and the matrix, and allowing yourself to move up into the just that beautiful high frequency. And so just allow this code to move into the pineal, move it down the back of your head, move it up to the spine, down all the way to the tailbone, bring it up to that heart. And in that heart portal is where you're going to allow this ohm code to attune you. And so attune to that, look at this frequency, and now we're going to stop the share. Now we have chosen an I am card, and the card that we chose is the 38 in the I am deck. And if you look at that 38, it is actually an 11, because all the cards, the I am cards, are coded. And here is another 11. We had the 11 in what the divine wanted us to see, and we have the 11 in which is the bridge to the reading. And so The I am card that we chose for this reading is I am a channel of grace. I reimagine pain to peace, joy, and abundance. And now I'm going to stop the recording. And the last thing in the reading is we chose. This is a DMT code, very powerful code that's going to help you attune. And then we're seeing this 8. And this 8 is connected to Scorpio. And it's actually the magician and abundance. So we'll notice in this reading that we've had a lot of 8s. And so it's going to ask you to get serious on what you want, because this is the coding to bring you in there, but it's up to you to attune. And so with all the cards, what we're seeing, the summary of, and the invitation to attune to is this reading encourages individuals to break away from repetitive matrix programming. Learn to trust their body to lead without resistance. We are moving from control to neutrality in the frequency of 963, creating a pathway of probabilities in magical flow. And so we are looking at this summary for the reading. And what I want to do is just invite you in to the reading, attuned to what we were talking about, and really move your frequency into 963, creating a pathway of probabilities and magical flow. So thank you. I love you. It is done. And I hope you got some information that will give you a keys to moving forward with whatever your intention is. And so until next week, until the week of the 5th of August, and we're moving toward 888 next August 8th. So if you like this reading, like and subscribe. And if you are interested in booking a reading with me, Kathy Reed, if you put your name in the chat, I will very quickly get back with you, and we will schedule, and the reading will be totally what you're holding. It'll be your mastery. This has been a reading for the collective. It's a reading to just give you ideas of what is moving forward. So thank you. And we will stop the recording, and we'll get it posted.